this video, I'll be going over how to take your designs from an iPad to your piece of fabric. If you don't have an iPad, there's a few other ways that you can do this. You can trace with a window, or I'll link a video where I show myself tracing with like a light box. That's my second favorite technique. This has become just the most convenient way to do it, so I'll go over that. I made this design in Procreate, which is an app that you can download from the App Store. I believe it's only available for your iPad, not your iPhone, because you do need an Apple Pencil to use it. But yeah, let me know if you want this design. I can send it to you. It was quick and easy. But yeah, stick around and I'll show you how I got it on here. Before we get into tracing, I just wanted to highlight what I use to trace. This is the pen that I've had the most success with. I've used it in blue and pink, and it just has a lot of ink in it. Like, it never dries out, whereas I find other water erasable pens do. I'll add a link in the info box of where you can buy it. It's just on Amazon. But yeah, I really like this one. There's like auto vanishing ones, but personally, I don't think those work as well. And so the way you get this out is that you would trace it and then obviously stitch everything on it, and either dunk the whole thing underwater, which I feel like not a lot of people do. I do it sometimes if I'm kind of lazy, or you can get like a spray bottle and lightly spray it and then like it'll vanish. So yeah, this one, cheap, easy, definitely recommend. Before you start tracing, I recommend enabling guided access. It's a setting that forces you to stay within the app that you're in. So in this scenario, I've turned it on. If I accidentally click on the home button when I'm tracing, it's not going to cancel out. Unfortunately, it still like allows you to swipe, but could be worse. I'll link a video in the description box of how to do it, but it's pretty quick and easy. I start off with the largest shape just so I can have this kind of like mark where everything else is supposed to go. By that I mean, if I shift the fabric, I'll just always have a spot to line it up with. I'm kind of pulling the fabric a little tighter. I'm just gonna fill this in myself. If you're making your own designs, you'll just kind of like remember this for next time. I mean, I never do, but you can remember it for next time, that when you're drawing, you want to kind of have like thicker lines or like really overemphasize what is drawn here so that it's easier for you to trace it. But I just never remember that. And sometimes also when you're tracing it out, you realize like these two leaves are really small and like really close together. So maybe like I won't even end up doing that, but time will tell. Okay, so after doing all that work and tracing, I realized when I had to go put my hoop on that the entire design doesn't really fit. You'll see we're cutting off the sparkles. So I think because I just randomly placed those, really, I have a cup of water beside me, and I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to get rid of this. Okay, so now you're done with the tracing stage, you can start embroidering. As you'll see, we still have some like faint blue here where the stars were, but that's okay for me. I'm just gonna take everything off after I'm done stitching. And one of the ways to do that is to dunk this whole thing under like a tap. That can be risky because if you have something like a woven wheel stitch, you run the risk of it kind of like moving around, or I don't know, just getting irritated from the water. So the alternative that I recommend is getting either like a light spray bottle, like a light mister, or using your iron to like mist water over. And you might have to do that like a few times to get deep under stitches that might be like really tight, but you can see like a faint blue behind it. Also like try turning it over and then it'll seep through. But yeah, it's really, really easy to get it off. I just wasn't trying that hard. So enjoy the stitching process.